I'm trying to see if I can get away with any kind of hat and wear it with all this heavy armor and still get a normal roll. But even like, oh no, I can be a sack bro and get away with it. Yeah, the
How do you think
crappiest
I
hat.
feel? I'm running around with literally a boar's head on my face. Uh, I envy you
I suppose
and your sack.
one advantage of this slightly different approach with recording we're taking is I can kind of go at my own pace, waste lots of your time.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, for me, it's lit. Oh, my sun's like disappeared. I don't care. But yeah, for me, it's just gonna be a lot of waiting around, not really doing much. So,
Grind, man,
yeah.
grind to your heart's content.
I'm sick of grinding this area. 25 hours, and half of that was spent
Yeah,
literally just
You
grinding the
have about
phone.
12 hours more on your character than on mine. So
I go the distance, I go the miles, I do crazy shit, and then I regret it later because it's like, oh, I've got nothing to do now. Ugh.
Anyway, for conversation, since the previous recording, I mentioned I'd been playing Dark Souls 2 last time. I've actually finished the main chunk of Dark Souls 2 by myself now. There was
Uh-huh.
like one or two sections. I almost never got stuck on a boss. It was just a random section, which for some reason would annoy me. And when I say
Yeah.
get stuck, I also mean it quite relatively. I mean there was the occasional section which slowed me down slightly, is what I mean to say.
Now,
Yeah.
are you saying that Smelter Demon wasn't a problem for you this time
Genuinely, I
around?
think he took me 2 goes. 2 or 3.
Hmm.
I think the pursuer after him took a few more goes than that. I
Yeah,
think
the
I
pursuer after
realised,
the
yes.
first
I
one.
realised I had a shield that had 100% fire resistance, so I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna have that, and now his, like, super attacks later on don't even affect me much. My magic weapon would have been handy here. Yeah, maybe been a bit foolish.
Yeah.
Run, run, Havel. Run, Havel Sackman.
Are you wearing Havels? You see, I don't know anything. I don't know at all what your character looks like because we haven't actually been able to
Oh, yeah.
summon each other into our worlds for quite some time,
I was fiddling around with
and we
this
don't
for
know
quite a
whether this.
while. Yeah, but
It's like, yeah.
oh, oh, I should really put my stamina ring back on now. I've got the bloody. I'm so happy about that symbol of avarice. Just as a matter of pride more than anything. It's like wow,
Did a
because
thing.
that is such a good thing to have just after in that like weirdly long window of time you have after each boss to equip that. That can get you significantly more souls than I've got this early on.
Yeah.
So I never remember which is like the main way to go when you're on top of the roof, and which is like the side way to go.
The main way is you've got to walk all the way across the roof and then through the giant door. If you want to go meet
I don't think
Sigmire,
Sigma is there because I don't think I bothered talking to him until now.
you haven't been doing it. You haven't been doing side quests. Tut tut.
Well, there's a lot of the side quests which don't even really give you much. They're just kind of interesting to find. So once you've done them, you're like, I've done them.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I like doing them anyways because it's like, there's guys you can meet along the way that give you interesting snippets of, lore, and they're just nice to be around when you can't, get summoned into somebody else's world. It makes the world seem less lonely.
Oh god, my black eye orb is quivering. Oh my.
Oh, Lord Shrek.
And I'd entirely forgotten about that. Yeah. All the FAP ring I'll probably not use.
Yeah, I don't know why people are obsessed with the fat ring. Because I mean, okay, I'll say this much: it's a decent enough ring, but the downside is, once you take it off, it's gone forever.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
think
like,
you can get one more off the crow guy, but other than that, I believe it's gone
yeah,
forever. It's the crow guy. He's called Snuggly. How can I forget his name? Uh, oh, I should have gone to the giant blacksmith, shouldn't I? I just went straight through the big door out to the front of the cathedral thing,
I
palace
was
thing.
debating whether or not I should kill the giant blacksmith just to prove a point.
But Callum, I'm gonna giant dad this shit.
4 man. I don't care about your
I
giant
spent a
head.
lot of time grinding these giants in various playthroughs too, with my symbol of avarice, which I can now have.
It's quite a busy area when it comes to grinding because they give a fairly decent amount of souls.
Yeah. Oh, I got the
For
giant
this
shield
stage of the
too.
game.
Wow, and I didn't even have my ring. What the hell is going on? So we've been incredibly unlucky with summoning each other, but I'm getting all the luck when it comes to picking up rare drops.
Mm.
I might see what the giant shield has probably got way more strength than I have. Yeah, well. Oh, I'm happy about that.
Yeah, well done. You got a shield. Congrats, bro.
It still would be nice to try and have the pair of us do the twins, of course, but I'm just not convinced it's gonna work out somehow. I haven't seen a single person sign the entire of today.
Have you seen any ghosts?
I've seen the occasional ghost and messages, but no signs. I haven't even been
Right.
invaded despite being human for quite a while. I've jinxed myself now, but oh, here we come again to the great. Which way do I turn the bridge to go up and down? I think I came up with an explanation last time. It was like lefty, righty, flighty. That's it. Righty, flighty. Yes,
Righty flighty.
makes you go
Wow.
up.
I'd forgotten about that.
Felt like it was 2 weeks ago, Cal. God.
2 weeks. Jesus Christ.
2 weeks?
It's been a long 2 weeks.
It's been a long while since we played some Dark Souls. It's been a long while. And it still doesn't really work. I was about to say I could kill Gwendolyn, but I don't have the ring.
I'm gonna kill
Unless
my master.
I could kill Guinevere after the twins.
Ooh.
I've already done that a couple of
Kieran.
times, but
World.
I think the
It
main
must be
the
filled.
main disadvantage to doing that is I believe it makes you very susceptible to getting invaded by Dark Moon people, doesn't it? Yes.
In a way, I kind of want you to do it just so that I can have a possibility of invading you.
That would be the greatest thing ever, yes. But
It's like we can't summon each other, but I will kill you.
I will find you. And I will make a predictable reference.
I have a very specific set of skills.
Tell me more, Sean Connery. By the way, I've been operating under the assumption that our next goal is actually the painted world. Have you done the painted world? Because if you haven't, that would at least give you something to talk about.
Well, I suppose we talk a little bit about the painted world. The painted world is a bitch to do your first time around because it's very confusing. Doesn't really give you much.
But this land
in the
is
way of-
peaceful, its inhabitants kind. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's such a lovely place filled with unicorns and rainbows and hardly any
manner of
skeletons with
things.
spinny wheelie things that murder you.
Fuck those guys.
Oh,
Fucking
great
right in
magic
the
weapon,
arse.
great magic weapon, give me the great magic weapon I forgot was here.
You need to get. Are you gonna get? What is it? Crystal magic weapon? Or-
It's quite likely. That's my usual strategy.
Down that route. Yeah.
Anything
It's not a
becomes
bad
possible
strategy.
when you grind.
Oh, how I love to grind! I can't wait to start the grind again once this session is over. I've murdered everything in the place, Kieran. There's nothing left for me to kill.
There's nothing left
I'm
for me
gonna
on this
stand
planet.
outside. I'm just gonna stand outside the boss door
You know-
and hope to see your ghost as it enters.
We're doing the painted world I did mention.
Oh, I thought you were gonna. I'm an idiot. I don't listen to people.
I had forgotten that the painted world was kind of the plan after we'd gone through the main bit of Anolondo, but yeah, I was about to head back to the Gwendolyn bonfire when I thought, hang on, I'm going to the painted world anyway. I might as well just kill these guys and level up in there. Which is when I die, lose all my souls probably, but
Lovely job.
Lovely jubbly. Oh, I could also get the Tarkus set here, couldn't I? Forgot that.
Oh yes, the Tarkus set that I already have.
Nobody likes to show off. Ooh, look at all the grinding I've done.
No, look at all the exploration I did whilst you weren't there.
Random Dark Souls 2 rant. I still don't get why they did the whole bringing back the random healing items as well as Estus thing. Because all it means is, like, you always have some sort of healing item unless you've been very, very bad at inventory management. You know, you never get those situations where it's like, oh, I kind of want to heal, but it's not at optimal healing efficiency to use a potion Estus now. So should I wait a bit? Ooh. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's that bad, to be honest.
It's not the game's biggest problem, but it's just kind of one of the first things that struck me is what was their logic here?
I think because of the way that they did Estus in 2,
I'm in the painted world, by the way.
You're in the painted world. Okay, I'm just sitting at the boss fire, the bonfire.
Yep. You were talking about Dark Souls 2.
Yeah,
oh
man, Dark Souls 2. I got a lot of issues with Dark Souls 2, and a lot of them revolve around the plot.
I think Dark Souls 2 has a lot of issues with Dark Souls 2.
Yeah. I mean, I still think that, like, it's superior mechanically in every way. Well,
yeah.
I say every way. A lot of ways, a majority of ways, a few ways, some ways, no ways at all. Yeah, I like playing Dark Souls 2, but I don't like Dark Souls 2. I think that's the best way of saying it.
How about this? If you'd played Dark Souls 2 first and then done the first one, do you think your opinion would have changed significantly? Would the Virgin effect have influenced your opinion much?
Well, for starters, I think I'd be even more confused as to what was going on. It's difficult to say without actually having done it. I think I would have. I want to say that I think I would have appreciated Dark Souls 1 more if I had done it that other way around, and I probably would agree with a lot of people and say, you know, Dark Souls 1 is probably the best Souls game there is. I mean, I kind of think that now, anyways. But I think it's got. I'm in the painted world. I've sat down at the bonfire. I'm staring at this guy on a spike with his buddies. Wondering what do. I'm going to attempt summoning, or.
Oh no, I've already run off. Ah, I'm toxic. So much shit around here. I don't know.
I'm going to swap to my washing pole.
You did wander off, didn't you?
I've been a busy little bee.
Here's a random fact. Like the rats in this area appear to be like albino or something. It's quite interesting.
Well,
maybe they just did a cheap palette swap because they realised they already had a big rat area earlier. But and then occasionally one falls through the floor. That's always fun.
Oh no, he has a big bulbous face. Oh, you're always dead now.
Those guys do occasionally catch me out. I think
they
were
do
more
an obscene amount of damage.
I think they were more problematic when I was doing my fat roll guy because I couldn't as easily get out of the way when they did their toxic thing. Yeah. I also used to really hate these crow people because of that one attack they do where they like latch onto your head and just kind of like make you stare into their horrible bird groins.
Stare into the abyss.
Amazing butthole ahead. Oh, he's doing that one attack. Oh, they're both doing it. Don't you do that one attack. the one attack which can easily be dodged, so I must have been an idiot for falling for it so many times.
Let's use a humanity. Why not? Let's go human so we can kill what's his face.
Oh, the dried finger I have a real problem with. Because in both games, you get this thing called the dried finger, and the description tells you jack shit what the hell it does and what it is. So your first inclination is to be like, oh, I wonder if it does something interesting, and then you'll use it. Nothing seems to happen. You're like, well, that's weird. Maybe it's a plot item. What you don't realise is that you've just made yourself more vulnerable to invasions for a certain period of time.
Yeah, it's kind of dickish. I kind of want to interject and point out that I'm seeing a lot of summon signs at the moment. So maybe we could do a thing. We can end this solo nonsense.
It does seem to be sapping the life from you in a similar way that Sens did to me last time.
Yeah.
I've just been made toxic too. So.
I should, give full disclaimer that I am sort of sick. My throat is kind of killing me.
Oh yeah.
It's not pouring out my nose.
Forgotten about that.
So, if I sound a bit off, that's why. Apart from all the other reasons.
You did seem very put out by this situation, but that makes more sense, yes. These souls I never use.
I'm gonna level up again. Ooh, the excitement. I have 28 strength now. Oh my god.
Kindle
by Amazon.
For God's sake, that joke is not funny. It's not a joke.
Every single time. It's never gonna get old.
Anyway, fine. Do you want to put your sign down? I will try in vain to make interesting banter for several minutes.
That sounds like a good idea. I'll put it in that corner that we used to put it in.
Oh yeah, back in the day.
Do you remember, Kieran, when you were still a noob? I say still.
Yes. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, have yet to be brutally ravaged by Dark Souls.
You were alive, limber, and ready to accept anything that came your way.
I'm ready.
Literally.
I'm standing facing the corner doing the, well, what is it? Take your fucking time, man.
Well, I can't dictate these things, unfortunately. It may just be that the game has decided to block us two from ever seeing each other again.
Yeah. I don't suppose if you're using DS Fix is a frame rate thing because you don't have to record. I don't know if that would somehow upset it.
I turned it off.
Oh, okay.
I turned it off because it affects the jump so much that it just annoys me, so I just turned it off in the end.
I thought I was going crazy for a while with the jump thing. I was thinking, am I just bad? Have I lost the knack with how to jump? And then I looked it up, and apparently that is a weird thing that's somehow affected by the frame rate. I suppose it's to do with the physics.
What is it with FromSoft's obsession with tying things to the frame rate of the game?
Well, it's probably just
Surely
a bad
they
habit of
understand.
console development, is my guess.
Okay, I can understand that, but they're on game 4 now, technically, and I can almost guarantee that it's gonna have we're talking about Bloodborne, by the way.
Give us smooth, give us silky smooth, 17 FPS, 720p, yeah. Spinning the camera in sheer boredom at the moment.
You are human, right?
Yep, I've been human ever since our first vain attempt today to summon each other. Patience dwindling in 5, 4, 3, 2. Fuck it, I'm off.
Wow.
I've tilted the camera so that as I'm running away I can still see that corner just in case the world Sod's Law kicks in and it appears as I'm losing interest. Nope, I'm gone. I'm gone.
Well, there's a little glimpse, viewers, as to what we've been dealing with.
Dark Souls co-op, please dear God, fix it in Bloodborne. It was kind of a bit
Yeah.
better in Dark Souls 2, mostly, sometimes.
Well, it was only. I think it was only better because they dedicated a lot more things to it.
That was almost a sentence. It's kind of dedicated.
I could barely comprehend anything my brain is trying to make sense of.
You just drunk on Lemsip.
If only.